Morning viewers, welcome back to Summit Manor Housing Initiative. I'm standing in front of a bathroom that I just built up here. It's got the 4x4 in beds you guys should be familiar with now. It's got the plywood sheathing, the galvanized wire mesh, and then that concrete finish. If you look closer, you can see that it's still curing. Just want to give you guys a little bit of an insight of what's going to be happening in here. I'm going to try to record pretty much the build up of this bathroom. So I'm in the sub-level of the house. All this concrete that's exposed is going to be dry locked, like a white color. This toilet here, that's going to get like a FRP finish there. FRP is like a waterproof polyurethane decorative membrane that's going to sit there before the toilet gets placed. I know you guys are wondering why in the world is the toilet built up like that. Well, I'll explain to you. See, what happened is this drain line here is already up, and behind this wall is the stack. So I'll show you that real quick. Behind this wall over here, see that? So it elevates as it gets close to the stack, as you know, water has to run down. I had to accommodate for that height there. So this is a solid concrete bank that protects that pipe. The toilet sits directly on top of this. Like I said, FRP will go here, and yeah, that's why that's like that. I'll probably put like a step or something here, you know, small short step for children to step up to get up here. Yeah, so more of that mosaic tile is going to be installed here, accented here in the bathroom. Along this wall here, it'll have the finish of that. I'll be able to put, you know, a handle there. You can grab a grab bar. All this concrete in here, this entire basement is going to get dry locked. Over here will be more of the mosaic tile. A vanity is going to sit here, and of course the ceiling is going to be sheetrock. It's all framed up with it's your 5-track. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll try to be as clear as I can walking you guys through the build-up of this bathroom. You know what it is, real hustlers. Real hustlers know what it is. We always in here. Got the gang with me. Self-motivated, self-employed. Hustle for self. Got to, man. Got to. Grab a couple sheets of plywood. This shit $50 a sheet. Ridiculous. Gonna get it though. Summit Manor Housing Initiative. We initiated. We're going to install a toilet here. It's going to tie right into this horizontal drain member here. Must keep in consideration that when we make this insertion with this sanitary tee and this toilet flange here, that we make sure that the center opening of that is at least a foot off of that wall to accommodate for the tank. Most toilets are designed to be roughed in with a 1 foot clearance to the drain from the back wall. So, first thing I do here, let's just look at where that 12 is going to end up on a pipe at. I kind of already sat it there. I was checking this out before. This is ballpark where I want to be at. I'm actually going to go a little bit further. So around like a 13 or so, like in this area here. And just to be clear, in case this concrete wall I did, this parging, it protrudes out a little bit, which I'm sure it does. I got an inch of extra play. I could put a level on this too and just see how bad this will look. So I'm gonna do all that with my level, and I'm gonna cut this and glue it in place, and I'm gonna return back to you guys. I'm gonna make that cut with a Sawzall. I'll use some regular tape just to make sure I got a nice circular cut, nice and even around these 4-inch pipes. There's my saw cut where the embeds are going to be installed to then be framed out as walls. I just installed this toilet drain here. It's not done. That's not connected. I'm going to put a little PVC neck on there, bring it up to the right height before I glue all it together. I'm going to also add this 2-inch Y here into the line. There's going to be a sink. When you walk into this bathroom here, you'll be able to turn to the left and see a sink here, and to the right will be a toilet. So I'm going to install this guy real quick. Got this installed here. This was a little bit of a little task here, a bit of a struggle, but I think I'm good. Just gotta straight some flex seal. I'm only hanging on the lip on both of the sides there. I got a stone holding me in place. It's all getting concrete poured though. I think I'm gonna wind up pouring all this, pouring a little base here. But yeah, we're level, nice and level there, and 12 inches off the wall. That's what you want. So it look pretty good. All right, so we're all installed. There's the piece there. There's the toilet drain I installed. Ready to rock. I want to now demo this floor, get my embeds installed, and start framing out this bathroom. Alright, so we got this bathroom all framed up. We got a 30-inch opening there. That's actually a little bit sized down by 3 inches when we put the jack studs in there, the doorway. We'll do the same thing here. This door will get closed in about 3 inches as well. Yeah. Doing pretty good so far. My bit broke. I was going to use it's a star bit that I got for these 3-inch deck screws that I have to tie all this in. It's all just free sitting here, friction tight. My star bit broke. So I'm gonna run back out the lures, get the star bit. So I'm gonna tie all these RTR clips in. And also gotta get some more studs anyway, about 4 more studs. And about 4 bags of concrete actually as well. So we'll be back with that stuff. Alright, so the form work's complete for the toilet. Just finished the lid, and I just dry fitted the flange onto the substrate. That will get some tile over it. We'll get a little bit of tile work done there. Yeah. The flange is going to be tiled around the flange. It'll all be a little toilet, so no big deal there. But yeah, that's just sitting there temporarily. This will get poured tomorrow. I'll show you guys. It's going to be actually lifted up. And there's the pad that'll get poured. Again, there's the flange there. The measurements line up perfectly. Yeah, so we will. You can see it already. It's all lined up in there. Perfect. Good measurement there. I don't want to push that down because that's going to get glued. Concrete's going to be brought up to the face of those 2x4s over there, just on the other side of this ply. And that'll get screwed down, the substrate, the ply, and towel will go over top of this. So we're going to get out of here. Had enough. But we're all set. We're ready. Pour that. Like I said, we got the kicker there. It's going to hold that in nice and tight. This comes off. And we're actually going to build a step. A short step's going to be built there. So you can step up into this little area here. The door, however, will be a left-hand door or right-hand reverse. It'll swing out into the basement area here. And like I said, there's going to be a sink over there. We'll see what happens. Yo guys, what's up? So started to pour. As you can see, got a little bit more to pour in here. I'd say perhaps another 2 bags. I want to be flush with the top of that 2x4 all the way around. Looks good though. I mean, that's about 8 bags of concrete. That's exactly 8 bags of concrete, rather. I'm going to pour it flush to the to the 2x4. It should also be flush with the rim of that pipe there, which I'll then I'll put something in here to move it away from the edges of the concrete or the edges of the PVC, so that I may attach this top piece here. Here's the wax ring. It's in place. Before I set this toilet, in all honesty, I should do my finished coat of white dry lock paint on this masonry wall. I should be finishing this first too, but I'm really excited to get this toilet installed and to utilize it. So I'm just going to install the toilet and work around all this stuff. I'll have no space. It won't be a problem. Yeah, there's the wax ring. And gonna place the toilet. So this is the toilet I decided to go with. It's a Mansfeld brand. No particular reason why I chose it. It's cheap. It's expensive, or inexpensive rather, $179. I don't know. Maybe this is attractive to me. Summit made a house initiative, of course. Yeah, nothing special here. Regular toilet. Got this from Lowe's. I think after taxes, I was like just under $200. So here we're going to install this, and take it from there. All right, toilet's placed. Gonna set the tank now. All right, tank has been set. We'll start tightening stuff up and get this water line ran. Water line's gonna come out from up there, come down, and 90 in. So I'm now framing the ceiling up. I'm gonna do this all down here throughout the basement. Using 1.5" track. I'm going to do that to this entire basement down here. Cut all these dead lines out of here. This is all dead pipe. That's just hanging down. And 1.5" track this whole thing. Build a soffit around these 2 heavy black pipes that are for my water system for the radiator. And yeah, this is really gonna look cool. All right, so we're preparing to sheathe this wall. Right up to that yellow mark there is where we're going to have the accented Elita tile down here. This is all going to get backer rod first, and then it'll get that mosaic tile by Elita, and that's going to be continuous. It's going to go around here, wrap around, and then it'll be next to the toilet here. So that's going to be really nice. And then going above that will be that concrete finish with the plywood and galvanized wire mesh behind it. So I think that'll look really nice. And again, all this concrete gets painted, white with the white dry lock. So it'll look really clean in here. So we have the welded wire mesh up. Everywhere you see that is where we're gonna put concrete. Yeah. So, gotta guess the parents there. Mr. Cameron Bird. So yeah, we're gonna be putting concrete over all this mesh, and we will get back to you once it's all installed. So the concrete is up over the wire mesh. Again, continuing that broom streak design that we've been doing throughout the basement here. We have our plumbing roughed in for our sink, our vanity that'll be here. That's all in place. And yeah. Like I said, everything down here and wrapping around here will be the that mosaic tile by Elita. Hey guys, so after being here all day, we have finally finished our tile work. Looks beautiful. It's slightly elevated off the ground there if you look closely, because this slab has to be level. Right now it's kind of like pitching in that direction, and we got to fix that. Got the plumbing roughed out for our drain line for our new vanity that'll sit here. Concrete still curing. What else we got here? I got a leak in the fitting, the shark bite fitting, so we'll take a visit back to Lowe's, swap that out. Got the mosaic tile as well over here. Looks really good. And this height, by the way, is 42 inches, which puts us about roughly 4 or 5 inches above the counter of the vanity that's proposed to sit here. So nice and waterproof. Take a picture, just go. Just push that money, just go.
where they come from. For talking like the product of a turn condom. Sometimes we come from in the share, my brother. Sit down for one chair, my brother. We will make it as a hair, my brother. It takes two each hair, my brother. Kilo me, kilo me, kilo me, kilo me, kilo me, kilo me, kilo me. I don't come out for kilometers. I don't walk too many kilometers. Learn from the teacher. I don't take for the game, she love Peter. I decide bad man from a distance. This me the real, I'm a picture.
Concrete here will, all this concrete that's exposed will get dry locked. The dry lock will be tinted to like an ultra white color. So this will all be like sparkling white. All this concrete here, coming all the way around here and up top. The ceiling will be just regular mold tough gypsum board, 1/4 inch, something light, so we're not putting too much weight on the ceiling. I trust the ceiling, it's an 1.5 track, but we'll keep it light. Doesn't have to be structurally durable. There's no activity up there. But yeah, time right now was about like 8:40, and we were here since about 8:40 this morning. Ready to get out of here. I'm excited to get back here and start applying the dry lock, and like I said, level the slab and set the vanity and have a basement down here inside the sublevel of this property. So we're now going to sand this. It has hardened. Again, we put the floor mortar here to recreate that design we have with the concrete. So once this is all painted white, you won't be able to see the difference. But the joint compound on the ceiling here, we will sand down nice and flush with the ceiling, nice and smooth all the way around. And yeah, we'll begin dry locking the concrete first, and then painting the ceiling. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll show you guys all that. These water lines will get painted as well. It'll just be white, all white in here. You won't even see these guys. They'll get mounted up first and then painted. So stick around. Alright, so what just happened is we just first of all, we just rocked the ceiling here, and we spackled with the joint compound all the way around. We usually do. I'm going to go over all of this with floor mortar again, and then recreate this design that I have with the concrete. It'll blend all right in. This will all then get dry locked. Oh, we also ran our lines for our sink that'll be here. We just had Cairo. He just caulked around above the tile. We're gonna clean it up a little bit better, but he just caulked around the tile all the way around. And then we're going to dry lock, and his hands are dirty now, and then we're going to dry lock the concrete. And alright, so we've just applied 2 coats of dry lock over here along this wall, so you can see that. I'll just give you guys an example of what it looks like when it's not dry locked yet. You can see like that's the original concrete color there, and then that's the dry lock. So the entire bathroom will be this dry lock white color. Guys, so we got a lot done since the last time I came back to you guys. Excuse my hair, a lot of dust. A lot of sanding, cutting. Anyways, we're setting the this towel here, porcelain towel by Satori. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like white with some gray accents, and it will go nice with the Elita wall towel. We dry locked the entire bathroom and the outside of it. It's all dry lock. We set the recessed lighting caps. Yeah, as you see over here. This piece of lumber here, I got it just holding, I couldn't get a solid like screw or nail into this wall here, so what I did was I kind of like got a little creative. I put some floor compound over top of that. Alright, so we're setting our first piece of ceramic tile by Satori. As you can see, the bed of mortar there, this basement is on a terrible pitch, and so we had to make up for it. Fortunately, we are dealing with a very small space that has to be covered, so it won't take too much mortar, and we can afford to exhaust it a bit on this badly pitched floor. I was going to get self-leveler, but I didn't feel like running back out the Lowe's, so I got a nice 3.5 gallon bucket of this mortar. I figure I'll use it up. So yeah, we're setting this towel nice and level, and I'll get back to you once we get this complete. Alright, so the floor tile of Satori is coming out very, very well. Unfortunately, I did run out of mortar, so we'll have to pick back up on this at another time. This is the space where the vanity is going to sit. To the other side there, you can see I got a hot and cold water line coming in, ready to get tied in. There's a drain pipe, inch and a half drain pipe there. That's that PVC pipe earlier. It's supported. I got concrete. It's a concrete bank cased under it in case someone does step on it, children or so. It's not going to be supporting the load. We did bring the floor up to the proper grade for elevation with concrete, structural type S concrete. And then, yeah, we began to lay this tile, but we did run out of mortar. And, yeah, this looks beautiful. Floor tile by Satori is complete. We are complete. It came out pretty well. These joints, I will not mortar them, but I will caulk them with the white caulk you see around the edges. But I won't do that until this basement is like pretty much free of dust, because I don't want to get those joints dirty. I'm trying to preserve them as long as I can. And yeah, floor tile's complete. There it is. We threw these transition strips in, which I thought had to get a little creative. Wasn't really sure how to adhere that to the stone, so we just threw some screws in. And the screws are pretty much embedded into the bed of mortar that's supporting the tile. Same deal over here about the toilet. The Home Depot. Then prior to that, I was at Lowe's. I'm really unorganized, guys. I gotta work on it. This is ridiculous. I used to have this $70 tool by Apollo, a combo crimp tool. You're gonna pay about $67 and like 98 cents at Home Depot for it. I already have one somewhere. Probably in my toolbox at the other property, but I'm being lazy. I didn't feel like going over there. So I believe in my mind that it's been stolen. By who, I don't know. But I just find it weird that I don't have it in my plumbing tool. I carry a backpack, right? I carry a backpack that has all my plumbing tools in it for when I do side work for people. And why wouldn't I put my $70 crimp tool, you know, in that backpack? I got all my other tools in there. How come I don't have that? So I'm trying to figure out, that I leave it somewhere, which I highly doubt, or did someone I work with take it, or am I just being out of my mind, which is definitely a considerable option. And I just, you know, got it stashed away in my toolbox and just whatever. So I brought the one that Lowe's offers, that combo crimp tool. You can crimp sleeves and all the different rings at 1/2 inch and 3/4 inches. And then I also got the one that Lowe's offers, which is one that I kind of also wanted to buy. This one here. This one's pretty cool. This is also for the rings, crimp tool kit. Because I don't want to be limited to all the different variations of plumbing. Right now, something that's holding me back are the 2 other options, which are the expansion. PEX has a series called PEX A, where you use an expansion toolkit, a manual one, and DeWalt sells a tool that can open it up for you, expand the PEX for you, and then you do a collar that goes around it, and then you push the fitting into. I don't have any of that material, so I'm limited to that. I also don't have the ProPress tool. It's about $1,500, $2,000 tool there. I don't have that. That's something else I don't have. But as far as crimp rings and the clamps, I can do those at the moment. So when in the future, when it becomes a necessity, if I get a client that wants their whole place pro-pressed or whatever, they want all the expansion PEX A, then I'll utilize it. Or when I get tired of being limited to the options that I do have, I'll get it myself. But yeah, just spent solid $400 on hand tools. Couldn't find any ball valves inside the Lowe's that I went to, and they recommended me to another one, but I didn't want to go up there. I didn't want to go. So I just went to the local Lowe's, or the nearby Lowe's rather. And Lowe's has everything I'm looking for. Or I'm sorry, the nearby Home Depot, and Home Depot had everything I was looking for. So a little pricey, but whatever. I'm about to go back home and get this sink situated, cut the water on, see how it drains, make sure I have no leaks, everything's tight. Yo guys, Summit Manor Housing Initiative here. A little off topic, but I want to point something out. I got me a large iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and I told them to keep the ice in a different cup. So I got a large iced coffee here, and then a cup full of ice here. I just poured this into the cup of ice. I can make another 1.5 cups, all right, of this. Listen, I'm talking about saving money, all right? I can make another cup and then sell the cup and get my money back and get a free drink. What we have right here is nothing special, something simple, cheap. This is a 24-inch vanity by Project Source. We did put the Moen fixture to it, and we're about to install this baby. Real simple. The counter here, this gets glued with a construction adhesive onto, this lid gets glued onto the counter with a construction adhesive. We'll do that using this here. Let's see if this stuff works. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've never I've never had to adhere the sink lid to the counter with an adhesive before. I've always had like mounting clips that were installed on the inside, or some kind of like physical system outside of like any adhesives or glue for mounting these. But we'll see how it works. And then here we got the plumbing roughed in. So we'll attach all this stuff here. That goes right onto that, like so. And then it gets this collar wrapped around it, or to tighten that this neck. By the way, these are lifesavers. So, like, you know, if you messed up with like your numbers, or you did anything silly, or you didn't account for something, this right here, oh my God, this saves your life. So does these guys here. You get that stuff from Lowe's. Yeah, real quick plumbing for do-it-yourselfers. Get it right out the way. So yeah, I'm gonna glue this counter lid on, then hook this plumbing up. I got my water lines there. I'm gonna have to do some light drilling like I did there for the drain. Just above it, I'll drill in 2 spots. Which reminds me, I do gotta go pick up some more of the, I think I need 2 ball valves. I might not have those here. We'll get ball valves installed. I got a little bit of goodies in here for the sink. Some 90s. But yeah, we'll get this thing all rolling. Get this guy all hooked up. We'll come back later and paint those lines nice and white. Yeah, that's not going to stay like that. We'll clean that up real nice. And yeah, we'll get this bathroom rolling. Be real nice. All right, so I just ran my cold water line and my hot water line. And before I charge the system, what I always do is turn everything off. And I engage the stop valve there, the stopper there, the sink stopper, to see how good is it with holding water. Make sure it's not dripping underneath of here anywhere. And I turn the water on. I kind of let that bowl fill up. And I just watch under here. Look for anything to be wet. Maybe tightened up a little bit more. So far, so good. I like this system. This comes with the Moen hand set. Let me fill this up. And we let the weight of all that water, you know, kind of like sit there for a few minutes. Let's see how good the stopper is. Make sure it's not leaking. I tighten it up properly. Prior to this, I check my valves. I won't even open up the faucet there. I have my valves, you know, closed, and then I'll charge the line and make sure none of my valves are dripping. See that? Look at that little leak. No big deal. Just tighten that up a little bit. So just tighten that up until it stops leaking. Get a napkin, dry that off. Perhaps get this trash out of here, that would help. Just watching for leaks here. And once you tighten after the first leak, then you kind of give it like another minute. And then if you don't see anything, you test the drain. See how well that holds. I never had trouble with the drain. The drain is old. This system here that I use is always pretty reliable, simple. You really can't mess it up. And I'm also still looking at all my connections. All right. Some more leaks. Bone dry. All right, let's test the drain. No leaks. I like it. Very good. Very, very good.